If you're watching this video, I want to wish you a happy new year. I hope your new year is filled with everything you could possibly hope for. And I hope you make the best of 2024. Today, I want to do a video where we talk about how to deal with haters and jealousy. And if you're going to do anything new in your life this year, this is a video that you need to listen to, because anytime you're going to do something great in your life, you're going to have opposition. You're going to have things and people come up against you and the greatness that is inside of you. So I hope this video helps you, and I'm going to help talk to you about jealousy and haters today, because this is a common theme throughout life. Even if you read the Bible, it is a very common theme. Many people had to deal with this issue. So let's talk about this. I want you to be encouraged, and I want to let you know a secret, that if you're living your life the correct way, you are always going to have haters and jealousy in your life. Number one, jealousy is just people hating on you because they wish they could do what you're doing. There is a saying that says jealousy is the highest form of flattery, and that is very true, because most people who are jealous of you or hating on you, they really wish they could do the things that you're doing. But I'm going to tell you the correct way to actually frame your mindset so you're not jealous or envy or hating on anyone. I want you to know that if you're following your dream, if you're daring to be different, people are not going to like you and they're not going to like what you're doing. So just be encouraged and keep going on your plan. And I'm going to help you with some things to help your mindset understand people who hate on you, people who are jealous, and help you be okay with it. It's okay to be okay with people not liking you, because if you're a people pleaser, it is something that is not something that worries you. And trust me, I used to be a people pleaser. I am no longer a people pleaser. And I don't care if people like me or not. I really had a season of my life where God took me through these things. God took me away from caring what people think. And honestly, you can never stand for God if you are always standing for what people's opinion is, or standing for, or you're afraid of the fear of man. So we're going to talk about this because I want you to do great things this year. And I need you to be detached from the fear of man so you can do great things. You can stop worrying about what people think about you and what you're going to do. So let's move on. I want you to know that in this world, there is a surplus. There's no reason to be jealous or envious of anything, because what is for you, and nobody can take that away from you. What God has for you is for you. So don't be jealous or envy of anyone. What we can do is change our mindset. And when you change your mindset, when it comes to being jealous of people, instead of us being jealous of people, we should actually be asking people questions. So if, say, you want to be a millionaire and there's somebody who's a millionaire, don't be jealous of how much money they have. Ask them questions. Ask them how they did it. Ask them how did they get there, so you can learn to be in the same place. Instead of being envy and jealous, we should also be willing to learn from people. And therefore, we can achieve the same things that they achieve if only we are nice enough to ask questions. People who you're envy and jealous of, they had to pave their own path. And because they paved their own path, they know exactly how to get you in the same place that they are. So when you're jealous or envy of something and somebody, you feel that thing rising up in you, do not be jealous or envious. Ask them questions. Learn what they did to get to the same place you might want to be. And this is why having relationships can benefit us so much. We live in a time and a culture where burning bridges is so easy to do. And I used to be a victim of this. I used to burn bridges really bad because I think as a millennial, we learn these things. We learn how to ghost people. We learn how to leave people alone. We learn how to not communicate properly. And once we are actually healed, we can learn to actually have conversations with people. And I'm all about having conversations with people who you can have conversations with. But there are some people in the world that you cannot have conversations with because they are so stiff necked. Having conversations with people, working things out, having good relationships is very important in your life. So you don't have to worry about jealousy or envy of other people, or people being jealous and envy of you. And this is why you want a good circle full of people who are healed, a circle full of people who are not carrying so much anger and animosity from the past. And this might be something we need to make a video about for 2024, like letting go and leaving things behind. But let's talk about how to deal with haters and jealousy while remaining positive. Number one, if you're a dreamer or a visionary, if you're anybody who wants to go out and do something for yourself, you don't need somebody's step or approval. If God anoints you to do it, go do it. If God told you to do it, do it. And people will always give you their personal opinion, but God's opinion trumps them all. God's opinion is what's important in your life. So, number one, understand the vision and protect it. Everybody does not need to know your vision. A lot of people will find out your vision and then they will talk mess about your vision. And then the next thing you know, you will get discouraged and you will not even try to achieve the things you set out to achieve. So, not everybody needs to know your vision, only a certain amount of people. Secondly, only take advice from people who are on the same level as you or people who are wiser than you. These are people who can help lead and guide you on your vision, on the things you want to do, and help just be a safety net for you and your vision. So always, always trust people who are on the same level as you, and wise and positive people in your journey. Lastly, do not convince anyone about what they think you should be doing. A lot of people have opinions, but a lot of people don't know anything. And especially if you are doing something that God told you to do, we oftentimes want to go convince people and say, God told me to do this. This is why I'm doing this. This is why I have this going. This is why. They don't even need to know. Because if they were on the same page, they would know why. So you sometimes we want to convince people about our plans and our options and why we're doing what we're doing. But really only what matters is what God told you to do and you moving into what God told you to do. And again, God's opinion trumps all and what God tells you to do. So, lastly, how to turn haters and jealousy around for your good. People who hate on you and people who are jealous of you, how do you use that to your benefit? I'm going to tell you how. Number one, use criticism as a driving fuel for your destination. Use criticism as a driving fuel every day when you get up to set your mind on those goals. Use criticism to drive you. I was always the kind of person who, if people told me I couldn't do it, that lit a fire in me. It lit a fire in me when people told me I couldn't do what I wanted to do because I know I could do it. And I know what my gifts are, what I'm capable of. So use it as a fuel to say, I told you so when you get there to that goal. All right, so use it as a full fuel. Secondly, another way you can use jealousy to your benefit is to know that you're on the right path. People who criticize you usually are never on the same level as you. Have you ever got on Facebook and you've seen a whole list of people who are like criticizing and talking about celebrities or talking about whatever's in the news nowadays? Well, when you click on that Facebook link or that Facebook article and you see that there's 70,000 comments and you go down the comments, you start to realize how many people actually have too much time on their hands. And these are the people who are criticizing, the people who are not doing. When I post a YouTube video or I post any video on social media, and there's usually that one critic actually, if you go to their page, is blocked. They have no videos and they have no personal say, or they tell no one their own personal thoughts. So again, people who criticize you are never doing what you're doing. Now, if they are doing what you're doing, then you can listen to them and see if you agree with their opinion. But most people who criticize are never on your level. And again, that is why they criticize. They wish they could be doing what you are doing. So I have a Bible verse for you. And you can kill these people with kindness if you want to. That is the best way to handle it. But I do have a Bible verse for you. Let's talk about 1 Corinthians 13:4. Love is patience, love is kind. It isn't jealous. It does not brag. It isn't arrogant. So if someone is showing you this type of behavior over your own dreams, your own thoughts, then you need to know that they don't have a space at the moment to give you the love that you deserve. Because this is what the Bible says that love is. So if someone is jealous of you, that is not love. If somebody is envious of you, that is not love. And loving people is letting people be able to do what they want. This is why the Bible gives us free will. We can never love a master who tells us what to do and forces us to do it. God tells us what to do and he gives us free will. And it should be the same way for the people that surround you. They should be able to give you advice, but they should not be so stricken with jealousy that it causes rage or something else. So that is what love is. And that is the kind of people you need around you to fuel your vision and your goal for your life. When I first started social media, I was completely terrified of making videos and what will people think and all that stuff. But like I said, I went through a season where God took me away from the fear of man in order to be able to come on YouTube and talk to you and help people. So I want you to know, don't fear man. Do what God tells you to do. Do what your heart desires, and fuel your dreams and make 2024 the best year that it can be for you. Change your life, do whatever helps you to move forward in life. Your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, those things are good for you. And it's good for you to be busy and working on those things. So don't live in the fear of man. Don't worry about jealousy, envy, and hate. Just keep doing you. Keep being consistent. Keep going. These are the things that I want you to do to make your year great and to make sure that you achieve all the goals you have this year. If you're interested in connecting with me and connecting with other believers, I have a Patreon. I have the link below. You can join our Patreon, and I'd be happy to help you or anybody else as a mentor and to help you move through life, your goals, your spirituality, and make sure that your whole life is better than it was in 2023. And I believe that if we let God take over our life, our finances come together, our family comes together, whatever you can think of, your career, everything comes together, your purpose, everything comes together when you let God align your life. So I would be happy to help mentor you, happy to help you align your life to what you want it to be. So we have the Patreon, and I'm looking to start a community there of people who want to believe and help each other. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like it, subscribe, and give me your feedback. Have a great day. Happy New Year.